Châtelperronian was the earliest industry of the Upper Paleolithic in central and southwestern France, extending also into northern Spain. It derives its name from the site of La Grotte des Éphécutes, in Châtelperron, Allier, France. It arose from the earlier Mousterian industry. It lasted from between c. 45,000 and c. 40,000 BP. The industry produced dentaculate stone tools and also a distinctive flint knife with a single cutting edge and a blunt, curved back. The use of ivory at Châtelperronian sites tends to be more frequent than that of the later Aurignacian, while antler tools appear to be absent. It was followed by the Aurignacian industry. Controversy exists as to how far archaeologically it is associated with Neanderthal people. The Châtelperronian industry may relate to the origins of the very similar Gravettian culture. French archaeologists have traditionally classified both cultures together under the name Périgordian, early Périgordian being equivalent to Châtelperronian and all the other phases corresponding to Gravettian, though this scheme is not often used by Anglophone authors. Important sites, lithic production and associations. Large thick flakes, small blocks, were used for cores, and were prepared with a crest over a long smooth surface. Using one or two striking points, long thin blades were detached. Direct percussion with a soft hammer was likely used for accuracy. Thicker blades made in this process were often converted into side scrapers. Burrish were often created in the same manner from debitage as well. The manner of production is a solid continuation of the Mousterian, but the ivory adornments found in association seem to be a more clear connection to Aurignacian peoples, who are often argued to be the earliest introduction of H. sapiens into Europe. The technological refinement of the Châtelperronian and neighboring Alusian in central southern Italy is often argued to be the product of cultural influence from H. sapiens that lived nearby, but these predate both the Aurignacian and the earliest presence of H. sapiens in Europe. Dispute over disruption of the site. João Zilão and colleagues argue that the findings are complicated by disturbance of the site in the 19th century, and conclude that the apparent pattern of Aurignacian, Châtelperronian interstratification is an artifact of disturbance. Bordas and Tessandia further support this assertion. They claim post-depositional processes are behind the interstratification of Châtelperronian and Aurignacian material, a claim they back up by citing numerous open-air Châtelperronian sites without any evidence of Middle Paleolithic layers below. Paul Mellers and colleagues have criticized Zilão et al.'s analysis, and argue that the original excavation by Del Porto was not affected by disturbance. Paul Mellers, however, now has concluded on the basis of new radiocarbon dating on the cave of Grotte du Renne, that there was strong possibility, if not probability, that they were stratigraphically intrusive into the Châtelperronian deposits from overlying Proto-Aurignacian levels, and that the central and inescapable implication of the new dating results from the Grotte du Renne is that the single most impressive and hitherto widely cited pillar of evidence for the presence of complex, symbolic behavior among the late Neanderthal populations in Europe has now effectively collapsed in popular culture. Author Jared Diamond argues in his 1991 non-fiction book The Third Chimpanzee, that Châtelperron may represent a community of Neanderthals who had to some extent adopted the culture of the modern Homo sapiens that had established themselves in the surrounding area, which would account for the signs of a hybrid culture found at the site. Diamond compares these hypothetical Neanderthal holdouts to more recent Native Americans in North and South America who adopted European technologies such as firearms or domestication of horses in order to survive in an environment dominated by technologically more advanced competitors. The fifth book of John Owl's Earth's Children series, The Shelters of Stone, 2002, and the sixth book, The Land of the Painted Caves, 2010, are set in this region of modern-day France, during this period.